gear slash pedal is 8.33 inches. Gear sprocket is 2.42 inches. The back wheel is 21.19 inches. Dog break. Doggy, doggy, doggy.
What is the angular velocity of the gears slash pedals of your bike moving in revolutions per second?
We're going to find the angular velocity in revolutions per second. So we take the 10 revolutions and divide it by our average time, which was 16.54 seconds, and simplify that to 0.6046 revolutions per second.
What is the angular velocity of the gears slash pedals of your bike moving in radians per second?
And then we're going to move the revolutions per second to radians per second. So we take the 10 revolutions over 16.54 seconds and we multiply that by 1 revolution is 2 pi radians, which equals 3.7988 radians per second.
What is the linear velocity of the chain in either inches slash feet slash meters per second? Note, this unit depends on the units that you used in step 1.
And then we're going to find the linear velocity by taking the radians per second and going 3.7988 radians per 1 second times the radius of the gear, which is or the chain, because they're attached, by 4.115 inches over 1 radian, and that equals 15.632 inches per second. It's the linear velocity.
What is the angular velocity of the back sprocket of your bike moving in radians per second?
To find the angular velocity of the back sprocket, we take the linear velocity of the chain, which was 15.632 inches per second, and multiply that by the radius of the back sprocket, which was 1.21 inches per 1 radian. And that gives us the angular velocity of the back sprocket to be 12.919 radians per second.
What is the angular velocity of the rear wheel of your bike in radians per second?
In order to find the angular velocity, you must divide the linear velocity by the radius. The linear velocity is 15.632 inches per 1 second. Times, in order to divide it, you must times it by the reciprocal, which is 1 radian over 13.595 inches, which is the radius of the rear wheel, which equals 1.14983 radians per second.
What is the linear velocity of your bike? Report your answer in either miles per hour or kilometers per hour.
In order to find the linear velocity of the bike, you must multiply it by the angular velocity in the radius. The angular velocity is 1.14983 radians per 1 second times the radius of 13.595 inches for 1 radian, which equals 15.632 inches per 1 second. In order to change this to miles per hour, you multiply 15.632 inches per 1 second times 1 foot over 12 inches times 1 mile over 280 feet times 60 seconds over 1 minute times 60 minutes over 1 hour. This equals 0.887769 miles per 1 hour.
Now that you have calculated the speed of your bike, find how far you've traveled. Hint, use the speed that you found in question 6, the time that you calculated in step 2, and your knowledge of distance equals rate times time. Watch your units. Report your answers in feet or meters.
In order to find the distance traveled, you multiply the rate times the time. The rate is 0.887769 miles per 1 hour. And you multiply it by the time of 16.54 seconds over 1 trial. In order to get this into feet, you multiply it by 5,280 feet in 1 mile times 1 hour over 60 minutes, which equals 291.104 feet.